Hi, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to your favorite podcast show, Niger Meet Wales. I remain my humble self, Akorede. And on today's episode, I have my co-host with me,
Boski, Trey.
And today we have a wonderful guest, a beautiful lady. People call her Ayaoba. And I'm very sure today, I've just been curious about what's the meaning of the Ayaoba. I'm sure today she will definitely tell us more about it. And stay glued to this channel. Today we have our wonderful sister. She goes by the name Esther.
Yes, so it's Esther Ikhioya.
Right. Today, before we dive into the question and answer and conversation fully, without wasting much of our time, we'll just dive into this conversation. And okay, I'd like to talk to you. Who is Esther Ikhioya behind the title of IT professional, healthcare administrator, and a dance instructor?
I would describe myself as someone that is very passionate about people, about growth, about well-being, about purpose, God's purpose for my life to others. I would say I'm a very creative person. We can all say that in my dance and Ayaoba Fit and Dance. I will also say I'm a problem solver. I'm one of those people who believe that we do have the solution to every problem. You just need to think deep and you will get the solution. I'm also someone who is caring. That is where the healthcare came about. I always want to see how I can help people. And also I'm someone that gives everything, for others. Of course, I choose myself first most of the time, but in the process of helping people, I make sure to give my 100% to the people that I'm helping.
So, growing up in Nigeria, did you always have or had this feeling that you're going to dance or dancing is going to be a big role in or change every moment that you have in your life?
I did at a certain period of my life, and I did not, at a certain period of my life. I would say from my young age, I had so much belief and so much passion. My mom always said this to me that 13 months before I started working as a baby, my first step was me dancing. She said,
dancing from
she said it was shocking for everyone because she went to a salon to make her hair, just put me on the seats, and they were playing music like the way every salon does. And the next thing she looks at me, I'm out there. And she said that was my first step. I just loved to dance. I did not have like a big picture of it, but I just knew that I loved it. I was passionate about it. I wanted to learn more about it, and I wanted to be out there through dance. So I did have a big picture that dance was going to be part of it, but I just did not know what extent it would be for me. So yeah.
I read your profile because I've seen some of your your publications on some newspaper on Guardians and so on.
Yes.
I read on this and I realized you studied computer science.
Yes.
And then you built career in technology, and later you worked in healthcare as an administrator, I
Yes.
guess. So at any point, did you feel like you were living two different lives?
Back then, anyone that is dancing is not really recognized or accepted. Let me put it that way.
I see the person as a serious person.
Yes,
Okay.
from African backgrounds and parents. So it felt like I was trying to balance both career and also what I love to do. So I had to be this person in school, trying to get A's and study. And then weekends I want to dance. I want to shift from not having to open my books and listen to music and just enjoy myself and learn how to dance also those weekends. But after I left Nigeria and I was more exposed,
Okay.
I then started looking at how I can merge both together. And as we know, computer science has a lot to do with technology, software,
yeah.
and the way social media is going. Everything is done online, so
Definitely.
recordings are done, editings are done,
Yeah.
graphics are done. So this knowledge that I've gotten from computer science, I do bring them into my dance. Even with the songs like DJ mix and all that. So you have to have
So you do all that
so I
yourself?
do that too
Wow,
for
that's
myself.
brilliant.
So then I didn't look at it as me living two different lives. I saw it as I'm just adding my knowledge from this into this. So, and healthcare was a way for me to learn more about humans' body, about yes, I went into the administrative part, but it made me the role allowed me to work alongside with doctors, and do their documents and patients, and so I needed to speak with patient, understand what their challenge was or issues were, and also communicate it to the doctor, and also understand some of the medical terminology that are being used. So all these things made me look and say, how can I help these people? I understood what people were going through and the problems they were facing. So I didn't see it after I left Nigeria as me living two different lives.
That's really good. So tell us your journey from Nigeria to Georgia, and now you're in Wales. And looking back, what chapter of your life has challenged you the most, and why?
Wow, challenged me the most. I feel every one of them had a challenge. And at that season, it was the most challenging season of my life. Nigeria had its own. It had its own of sneaking.
So,
Right? You can't. Me trying to understand my dad from where he's coming from about dance and career, but later when I understood why it's needed for you to balance your career, have a career, and also have
Education.
what you love to do, because on the long run you will be bringing it into. But at that time I couldn't see it. I just felt it was something like, oh my God, they just don't want me to dance. Why me? So a lot of sneaking, or but my siblings were very supportive, so they could like help me out, and we just a lot of sneaking, a lot of trying to do what I love, learning on my own, because I couldn't really pay for somewhere to go because I'll be asked, where are you going to? So a lot of YouTube videos and learning by myself. So at that time it was so challenging for me, because I had to study, I had to read, I had to then try to learn my dance and then video myself and all that. I was in a place where I knew nobody, and I was trying to find myself. What do I want to do? Because I was schooling then, and then I was working, and I was trying to do my dance. So at that point,
A lot.
yes, oh my God, and that was where I met my husband. So he really did help me at that time, because I was the leader. So it was not just only about me now dancing. I had to lead people. I had to communicate correctly. I had to undo like even the costumes, people coming on time, having to speak to you, I hope you're good, so a lot were happening.
Yeah.
So when I traveled to Wales, for the first year I just went to stay low, just relax my mind, because I had a lot to enjoy, but I always knew I wanted to dance. I was still always dancing. You see me there. I'm always doing something about dance, even though I had not taken like the step forward, but I just knew dance was something I would still do on the long run. So there is actually no most challenging.
But one thing I see from this journey is that you became +1.
Yes. Yes.
Have you ever featured in any musical video?
Yeah, I did a lot of that. I did a lot of acting, dancing, and mixed of it, because that's what dance is embedded in music. So I also like performed in different events, like boxing events,
Really?
party events, Yeah.
When you moved from Georgia, I know you moved from Georgia to UK.
Yes.
When you moved to Cardiff, what did you notice about people's lifestyle that made you think, okay, something needs to be done?
I think the first thing was myself. I was the first one that I noticed. I noticed I was too isolated. Like I said, I'm into well-being and fitness normally from even Georgia, but coming here there was a lot of isolation. So I was already complaining for myself. Am I like here? I just sit in one place and just to go out there. Until when I started working at a chiropractic. It's called Proactive Chiropractic. So I was working there. That's where like people come here for massage or sports injury if they have injuries of the bone or any part of their body. So yes, I had the opportunity to be there, and my role was a receptionist and administrator at the same time. So I had to have conversation with these patients when they come. So just trying to know how their day went and the pains they're going through with their back or their legs. So I've been sitting down all day, and then I was like, that's true, I have been sitting down all day too. But so they always have to come all the time, like every week, to have that massage or have that therapy. So I just said, but do people go to gym? I tried going to the gym, and then I saw that everyone was just on their own. Either you're with your earpiece or you're with your headphone and you're just running on the treadmill, or you're videoing yourself or doing. So I'm just like, like there's no interaction, there's no positivity, so that's where that's what I noticed. And I saw that it was not just in one sector, it was everywhere. Everyone had, either you're standing or you're sitting or you're carrying something. The body on its own was being used, and when you get home, instead of having that stretch or that exercise, you just go and sleep. So that body keeps forming, and that's why you have back pain and leg pains and all that. So that's where that's what I noticed, and that was why I brought in Ayaoba Fit and Dance.
Okay, so have there been any time you doubted yourself or you thought this isn't working?
Yes. Yes.
What did you do at that moment? What was what gave you more life, or what gave you that more push? Because people would love to. There are a lot of people right now that they are doing something and the thing is actually failing, and they are not getting what they want, and they are trying to say they are giving up already. And whatever you say will be a point of encouragement, enlightenment, and insight to them to say, okay, I could keep on. Since she kept on and she's at this point, what can you tell them that can be of inspiration to them?
I think first thing is the fact that I know that even the Bible already says to renew your mind constantly. So I know that whatever I'm feeling is that moment, is not the truth for me. So even when I doubt myself, of course I might take a step back, 1 day or 2 days, but that step back is not just to go sleep on it. It's to ponder on it. Why am I feeling this way? Too stressed? Do I need to relax a bit for a week or 2 days? Because like I said at the beginning, the solution is in us. It's just that most of us are waiting for someone to tell us. We can actually find the solution if we are truthful to ourselves. You will know what exactly the problem is. So for me, whenever like I doubt myself, of course, I would be like, God, you have seen those days. God, I see those on the news. But the good part is, like I said, God. So when I come out from that position where I kneel down, I pray, I cried out, I gain strength. And then I look for solution to it. Because the truth is, you can never know. You can't really have the full picture of everything. I was once a perfectionist, like I am still, but I've been able to understand that everyone and everything cannot go as I want it to go. So if you have that mindset that everything cannot really go exactly, but it can still get you the same result.
I think when you are a perfectionist, it brings procrastination because you want everything to be perfect.
And when maybe you had a conversation with someone or you wanted someone to do something for you and they didn't do it, just remember that you are the vision. Like you are the one that is needed. These people are just to help you. So if they are not able to help you now, does not mean they cannot help you later on. So when you're feeling like you've made a mistake or you're doubting that, oh, maybe I've gone to the wrong, business or the wrong this, just remember what was your vision, what inspired you to do that, and just continue in that line. You might not get the whole numbers like you want at that moment, but one thing I've seen about successful people is the consistency. Just keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes it might go back again, but just keep going. So when those happen, just say to yourself, I am doing it for a certain people, and those people need me.
And then why did you choose that name first? And also, what do you think, what do your people feel when they hear that name?
Like, my name is Esther, so I'm from Yoruba, and what they call someone bearing Esther most of the time is Ayaoba, the wife of a king. So that's what I want, because I am not just making it women alone, so it's women and men when it comes to Ayaoba feet and dance. So as much as it's Ayaoba, Oba is a king, I want the men to know that they are kings, you know. I also want the women to know that they're queen, and they have this confidence. They can build confidence. They can be happy, you know. They can have peace. They can relax, you know, because for women and men, every one of us are trying to sort this, do that. So when you come to Ayaoba Fit and Dance, I want you to be relaxed. I want you to enjoy yourself. I want you to feel confident, laugh, smile. Just forget what is going on outside there for when we are in there. And I want you to know that goal that you're looking to get, maybe it's to burn the calorie, or if it's just to enjoy yourself and dance, you can do it. Because most of my class, everyone, I'm sure they hear that word, you can do it, let's keep going, you can do it, you know. I'm sure they're tired of me saying that, but I always say, you have to keep going, you can do this, you know. So I just want them to know that Ayaoba carries so much weight. You are a queen. A lot of people are looking at you, you know. There are a lot of people that you can help. That's why there's a community also in the Ayaoba Fit and Dance, where whatever talent you have, whatever business you have, we are all coming together to see how can we help each other to reach more people, and, you know, let other people know. So even if the first section we had, there was someone that had like body spray and cream that she does, that was something I could advertise for her and let the people as a community know that after the training, in case you're sweaty and you've cleared up and you just want to have a perfume, this is something. So it's a community where we are bringing everyone that has something to offer, and then we can help each other. So that's what I want everyone to feel when they come.
So for the Ayaoba,
very nice.
So a lot of people say they are busy, too old. What's your response to that excuse?
So that's why I didn't make it dance. So most of my journey has been just dance, where I'm doing like Afro dance, contemporary dance, hip hop, you know, salsa. But that's why fitness is added to the dance, and every section is changing. So we have a little bit of fitness where you are really lifting your body, and then we have the part where you're just waving and moving your body and just enjoying the song. So it's not about if you can dance, because what the dance part is not a professional dance, but that's why I went for Zumba. It has both fitness and dance, but we also do have the section of dance if you want to learn Afro dance, if you want to learn heels dance. Those are for people that maybe you can dance or you want to learn how to dance. That is for you. But for the Zumba is the combination of the fitness and the dance. So the dance is not too technical where you are confused on what the rhythm is saying. You are just moving left and right and up and down. So whether you're old or you feel like you cannot dance, you can do the Zumba, because we are not doing anything that requires you to strain yourself.
Okay, let's say somebody like me, for example, I'm a kind of a shy person. I don't like to dance around people. What's the provision that has been made? Is there kind of a Zoom or a live session where that is going on, where I can participate from my own house?
Yes.
But I'm still in that community.
We would be getting there soon, but for now we are trying to, because the community needs to be built first.
Okay.
We are trying to have that communication first, but definitely on the long run would expand it to where you can, in your own comfort zone, you can actually be having this done, because of course that's the vision.
My next question is, if you have this opportunity to partner with NHS, schools, communities, what impact would you want Ayaoba to bring to the community, to NHS, schools, and
I would want Ayaoba to help physical health be accessible to everyone and enjoyable, because like when you go to the gym you have to the subscription, there's things you need to lift and do all that, but I want it to be accessible to everyone. Like I said, in the future we're looking to go to the point where you can have it in your home. You can actually do it in your home, watching it and having those sections. We would get there by the grace of God. So I wanted that it's accessible to both those that are the traditional people that do not participate in exercise, but they actually need to stay fit. They have to stay healthy. Their well-being is very, very important, but for them to go all the way to the gym, they feel intimidated, maybe because they are small or too big. They feel like people will be looking at them like, how are you doing here? So we are looking this. I want Ayaoba to make them feel that they can still achieve the same goal that you could achieve in the gym, but actually having fun and enjoying yourself in the same process, and in an environment that is peaceful and loving. Also, I would also love to partner with NHS and schools and the community, so that we can reach bigger people. Bigger, because this is the health sector. Like there are a lot of people. Because if you look at physiotherapists, when it comes to physiotherapists, even after the patient has recovered from their injury or whatever accident, they still have to do some exercises that are needed. They still have to make sure that their well-being is taken care of. I want Ayaoba to be something they can actually go to continuation of that recovery after that, because if you look at Ayaoba Fit and Dance, you also see that there's the therapeutic exercise part also. But the first part is this dance and fitness to get people out. And so that their well-being, they can take care of their health, the blood can pump, because we are just staying one place, the heartbeat can keep pumping, so that's why the Fit and Dance came about. But we have all the things that are embedded in it, therefore people also.
That's very beautiful.
Okay, so finally, imagine someone is watching today who is dreaming but afraid to take the first step. Looking into the camera, what would you say to them?
Start, because the truth is you can't have the perfect. You can't be, how will I say it? You can't always be ready. The fact that you already have the passion, you have the talent, and you have the experience, start with that you have. And don't be afraid, because definitely mistakes will happen. There'll be unlearning and relearning and learning continuation. You just keep doing it, because the way the world is, something new is coming up, something new is added to that thing you're doing, and you have to learn that thing to bring it into what you're already doing. But now it's so wide that there's YouTube where you can dance and teach people there. So you have to learn even how to even use the YouTube. So there are things you will learn in the process. You cannot have all the picture ready. Just start what you're doing, continue. Of course, there will be days where you'll be tired and weak. I can testify to that. But just remember that that person or those community that you want to build, remember that person is waiting for you. So just always have that mindset, that person is waiting for me. It might not be now, but I'm sure that person will see me soon and will come. And just be consistent in what you're doing is what I can tell the person.
Beautiful. I would say your journey is so inspiring. Combining technology, healthcare, and then dancing, and then now transforming that dancing into fitness and therapeutical section is so beautiful. And then I want to thank you for what you're doing to the community, because I've seen some of your videos. I see what people do. I see married women.
Yes.
I see people with
kids
and
keeping them very excited.
And even the men. No one to do that for
because dancing brings a lot of emotion.
Because I see people straight out and be like, wow, this is lovely. And I'll say thank you for that. And
so I'm coming. The next one.
Yes. On the 8th of August.
8th of August. Make sure we see you in Cardiff. Let's go shake our body.
Yes. Shake out that.
So what would you just tell our viewers? Just tell them your handle, your Instagram handle, and how they can reach out to you.
Reach out to me. We are on TikTok, which is also Ayaoba Feet and Dance. On Instagram, Ayaoba Feet and Dance. So you just type Ayaoba Feet and Dance. We are the only one. So you would see. We are also on YouTube. We are also on Facebook. We are also on LinkedIn. So any of the platform you can communicate with me on.
On this note, I'm sure on today's episode, I'm sure we all have learned something, one or two things. You need to be focused, know what you're doing, take a step, start, don't procrastinate, and also make sure you do dance, be fit, be healthy, do exercise, make sure you're happy. In quote, be happy. So today, come to the end of the show. I remain my humble self, and make sure you subscribe, you like, and you share this platform.
Bye, guys.
I remain my humble self.
Bye.
Jerry.
Make sure to comment, make sure to share,
Yeah,
and
make sure to comment, make sure to share,
and subscribe.
and subscribe
Bye.
to Niger Meet Wales. Bye for now.
Peace out.
Peace out, guys.
In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.